my friend who was like, "Oh, the EQs are in the red." Was I supposed to clap?
No. So when I go back to do like joining the audio to the video,
Oh, okay.
I have to have like a point where you could hear the sound, so like the mouth makes the same.
Got you. So we're not like a kung fu movie.
Run them niggas over. What? What the fuck?
Right.
La 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 la. Hezbollah.
Man, it's been a week.
It's been a long
It's been a couple weeks, man.
It's been a
I
have to say welcome. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me. It's the whole setup this time.
Yeah, it's a whole setup time. We got Malikwe.
Yep, Maliq on the ones and twos. Actually, just the one.
Maliq's kind of racist. I don't know why. Maliq seems
Since
like
I told that story last time.
Maliq seems like something you call like, hey, get that boy Maliq up here. It's like something about Maliq.
Hey, it might as well have been that, bro.
I'm
telling you, man. It was bad.
I don't like Maliq.
It was bad.
But yeah, dude, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you too, man.
How's your week?
Man, it's been a little crazy. I was in Vegas like 2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
Or the weekend before last. And then I came back Monday. First of all, when people say Vegas is a 48-hour city,
what's that mean?
Like, you're only supposed to stay 48 hours. Outside of that, you're going to have a terrible time. And I stayed 96 hours.
What were you doing for 96 hours in Vegas? What is there to do?
Okay, so we went to, man, I don't like clubbing like that.
We went clubbing all 4 days?
Pretty much 3 days.
Yikes.
I wanted to stay an extra day to go see the Raider game, and I booked these tickets back in June. But
are they in Vegas now?
Yeah, they're in Vegas now.
I didn't know they moved.
Yeah. So I wanted to stay an extra day to go watch the Raider game, but this is before tickets went on sale.
Yeah.
Them tickets were $450, bro.
To see the Raiders play?
To see the Raiders. And I said,
as a Raiders fan, that's hilarious that you said, to see the Raiders.
Yeah. No, because we're historically bad.
Trash.
So we're pretty bad. But at least we have 2 Super Bowls.
Who was that one nigga quarterback you used to have?
Oh,
who never watched film or nothing?
Jamarcus Russell. Oh my God. Yeah, that is a classic Raiders story, right?
With
there.
a name like Jamarcus, I wasn't expecting great things. You know what I mean?
Like he was so big. He was
that nigga was large.
He was crazy. And I was like, well, yeah, he never watched film or anything like that. I remember the story. Do you know the story of how he got caught?
Didn't they like put a fake tape in or something?
Yeah, they put a blank tape in.
And they were like, "Oh, here's your tape. Go watch this."
Yeah, and they're like, "Okay, yeah, we'll watch it." And he came back,
and there was nothing.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll watch the tape."
Russell. All right,
man. Yeah.
Well, speaking about the Raiders.
Oh yeah, so yeah, John Gruden. Yeah, that's some big news this week. I was in the airport when that happened. I was like, "What the fuck?"
So for the uninformed, let's walk it through because I just watched the video with Shannon Sharp like an hour ago.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty miffed.
So for those who don't know, there's a large investigation in the Washington football team with Bruce Allen, the old coach there. He is being investigated for sexual harassment allegations, and so they opened up his email files and it's recorded about 650,000 emails of emails that they're like thumbing through right now.
Yeah,
and so of those emails, they found emails with John Gruden and those exchanges. And so John Gruden has said a lot of homophobic, racist, and sexist things. And so the first thing that came out was he said that the PA administrator said that he said that he had lips the size of Michelin tires. And so that was like the first thing, but nothing happened, right? A whole week went by, nothing happened.
Wait, so he said that the PA, the union,
Players
basically the union,
the union rep,
football players had lips the size of Michelin tires.
You're right, exactly. It was calling them all sorts of shit too, but that was like the biggest thing that stood out for me.
And
right?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And nothing happened.
And nothing happened from there for a whole week, right? They go to, they play the Bears. They lose to the Bears. I think they were distracted. I don't know. I'm maybe putting too much on them. They just probably lost because the Raiders.
They're fucking Raiders.
But then a week later, it came out that John Gruden was saying all these things about the first female ref, right? Like, oh, you shouldn't let females be refs, blah blah blah. Look at her, she looks fine as hell. Like, she's just being disgusting about it. And he's also saying, I forget who he said this about, but he was saying that they shouldn't let queers in the NFL.
And that's where you draw the line.
And one of his players, Carl Nassib, he's the first openly gay NFL player.
Yikes.
Too.
It's funny, you wouldn't say that in Nassim's face.
Right.
Nassim, fuck him up, damn.
Right. Right. Tear him a new one, huh?
That's fucked up. You going to hell. But it's wild? He said the black people thing. People were like, "Hey." He said the women thing.
That's
people were like,
I said.
Then he said, "Queers shouldn't play football. Queers shouldn't play football."
Right. Exactly.
I don't get it, man. I get. They're in season right now, so like you can't make fun of gay people, man.
Right.
Your career's done.
Right.
But I think what's pretty brazy, and I think this is what Shannon Sharp was talking about, is they were investigating the Washington football team.
Mm-hmm. Right.
John Gruden is the coach of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Right.
Now, I'm not the sharpest Negro in the field, but can you explain to me how you're investigating one team, but a coach from the other team gets fired?
Yeah, that's...
And let me finish here. Why didn't the person that he was corresponding with get fired as well? Why can't we see those emails?
Yeah, and that's the crazy part, man. There's probably a whole host of people. The whole NFL probably is
650,000 emails.
And we're talking about Bill Belichick, right?
Bill
Roger Goodell,
foul shit about niggas, bro.
Right. Oh, absolutely. His face says it all.
He said, yeah. Bill Belichick. Okay, I will tell you right now, Bill Belichick does not like black people.
No one in Boston does.
We're looking over here at our resident Bostonian.
Yeah. But yeah,
Boston has that thing, right? Like everyone's like, yo, Boston's a racist ass city, bro. Like every time I hear Boston, there are only two places I hear. There's only one place I hear outside of the South where it's like, yo, that place is fucking racist, dog.
I hear about that, about
always Boston.
Boston and Baltimore.
There's a ton of niggas in Baltimore.
I know.
Huh, that's weird.
Look at there's a ton of the niggas in the South. But that's also a racist place.
Niggas from the cheap seats. There are a lot of black people in Boston. So you need where there's no racism? Fucking Wyoming. Because ain't no niggas to be racist up there. All right? But fucking, I always hear that whenever I hear, like, someone's like, oh, yeah, I'm from Boston. I always hear niggas go, damn, Boston racist as shit, bro. Yeah. It's like, and they always go, yeah man, I know.
I always wonder about the NFL players that may potentially, I don't even know where they live. Do they live in the cities that they play in? I don't know, but
they have like apartments there. You'd be surprised. A lot of NFL players live in LA. Like a lot of them have houses, like an apartment.
That's true.
In the city that they're playing in, but a lot of them just live in LA.
Yeah, that makes sense. I saw, speaking of, Jared Goff in a Lamborghini in Orange County. He's the, he plays for a bum ass team now. Oh, the Detroit Lions.
Oh, yeah, no one's really on the Lions.
Yeah, they're on a losing streak. I think there's more than 20 games at this point.
I only like the Lions when they had
I might be wrong about that.
Megatron.
Oh,
you know what's crazy about Megatron? Megatron is like a bad character in Transformers. Nicest guy. He has a civil engineering degree.
Oh, really?
Calvin Johnson.
Oh, okay.
From Georgia Tech.
Damn.
Which is a legit engineering school.
What the fuck?
His mom was super big into education.
Hell yeah.
He's probably
that's some good shit.
He's probably gonna be a civil engineer. He's probably gonna get his PE before I get my fucking PE.
He's probably already running his own company doing that shit too.
I mean, he has money too. Yeah.
So
I think he's back in Atlanta. I think he's from Atlanta.
Oh, tight. Yeah, that's tight. See, that's where black excellence is, man. We make the best niggas. Y'all really do. Something in the water there. Something in the water there. I don't know. I should be rapping Oakland.
This is okay.
We make
Y'all make. How do I say this? Y'all niggas alright.
I mean, Huey Newton, Bobby Seale.
Yeah. Oh my
Come
God,
on.
2 of them. We had MLK.
Oh,
Hop off
shit.
my dick. All right. We created
Tupac?
the nigga.
Tupac?
All right. Tupac's not from Oakland.
Yeah, he is.
But he reps SoCal.
Yeah, because he like lived there like in his like after he was like 18.
He does. He don't claim y'all.
Come on, man.
He's not. He don't claim y'all.
Actually, no. He was actually there throughout his career in Digital Underground.
That's some.
Look it
nobody
up.
knows.
Look it
We're
up.
too young for that.
Look it
shit.
up, man.
All right. I don't know anything about
Look him up, man.
Tupacus.
Man,
Tupacus.
yeah, look it up for those at home. Check it out. He reps Oakland.
Moving on, we both witnessed the opposite of black excellence.
Oh my God!
This past weekend.
Good segue. Good segue.
The opposite of black excellence. So we have a friend named Zach. Now we were watching Anthony Joshua versus
Tyson Fury. Yeah.
No. Anthony Joshua.
Oh,
I'm talking about
are you
2
talking
weeks
about-
ago. Or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Anthony Joshua versus
Alexander Usyk.
Alexander Usyk, right?
Yeah.
And I just want to say, before the Usyk fight, everybody in the house was like, we're just going to watch Anthony Joshua put on a clinic. I'm excited to see him come out and just, tear this nigga apart. I didn't even know Usyk. Nigga, fuck Ukraine. Like, we were talking cash shit.
I have had a revelation like a week ago.
Uh-huh.
But I'll keep going with the story.
So we were talking cash shit. We're like, man, fuck you, Usyk. Like, Anthony Joshua about to put this nigga's head through the fucking canvas. We were super pumped, super excited. Like, I was like,
I was stoked. I was like, okay, look, we got another black heavyweight.
Yeah, right. We're about to because we're like, oh, whoever wins this fight is gonna go on to the winner of Wilder Fury. Right. So we're watching the fight, and like, you can see midway through the fight. Now, personally, I wanted to see Joshua lose because I love watching a giant fall. I love watching a giant fall. I love. We're watching Jeopardy, and the nigga who had a 34-day streak that he lost. I was like, fuck that nigga. Like, I love watching.
You're playing for the underdog constantly.
Always. And then all of a sudden, Joshua's getting touched up.
Yep.
He's getting touched the fuck up.
And he's only thing he's got going for him is the jab.
That's
only thing.
And he's getting touched.
Yep.
And he's getting touched. And like he was doing good in the first couple. I also have a revelation, but he was doing good in the first couple rounds. But with these new niggas, you know what they lack? Cardio. They're too heavy.
I would say with the heavyweights, yeah.
They're too heavy.
They yeah. Well,
Anthony Joshua built tight, boy.
Joshua is his stature is he's a freak of nature, man. He's just.
I bet you he's super athletic. Like he can jump super high, run super fast.
Yeah, he's insane. I follow him on Instagram. I follow his workouts, man.
I can't follow him on Instagram. He's just too crazy, handsome, bro.
He's insane.
But we watched that, and so Usyk obviously beat Joshua.
Also, for those who don't know, Usyk looks like a dude who just like topped right out of a bar fight.
Yeah, he looked like bald Ukrainian dude, like Eastern European skinhead looking dude.
Right.
And it's kind of wild. So coming off the Usyk fight, to be completely fair with you, like it's hard to be like a black boxing fan because like you always want to go team black, right?
Right.
But then as a boxing fan, you're like, I love the art, I love the science, I love the game.
Right.
So like when it's Joshua versus like Usyk. Just because I don't like Joshua and I want to see the giant fall, I'm like Usyk. But when it was Wilder versus Fury, I want to go Wilder. But Wilder is not. He wasn't it. He wasn't it. And the thing was, our buddy Zach was like, "Hey, Wilder, that nigga." Our buddy Zach coined the phrase, "All niggas can fight." Not true. Not true, Zach. But
well, okay. I'll go back to my revelation real quick. Yeah. I didn't know this when watching the Usyk fight, but. Usyk's trainer is the same as Lomachenko's trainer. Oh no,
they're both Ukrainian.
They're both Ukrainian, but Lomachenko's trainer is his father.
So Lomachenko's father is Usyk's trainer.
Yeah.
Usyk didn't show like,
and I rewatched the fight, and I was like, that makes a whole lot of sense.
But Usyk didn't show like incredible footwork.
Well, he did show masterclass, like just movement in general.
He did. You know what?
And he utilized the ring.
Incredible. You're right. I remember. I'm like, man, this nigga really dancing.
Yeah,
like, he's really getting around.
He was hopping around. He was just using a lot of lateral movement, right?
He was.
And then he would just wait for Joshua to come in, and then he would just move, stick, move, stick.
I think
That's
Joshua, what we're learning is he's a lumbering person, right? He's not as quick as he is. He's not hypermobile, right. And so, like, moving on to Wilder, I from day one said, "Hey, Tyson Fury is going to put on a full clinic this time."
I've been saying that since fight one.
I think we both understand that when it comes to who's the superior fighter, Tyson Fury. Absolutely. When it comes to the science of boxing, is a superior fighter.
Yes.
Right?
I would have to agree.
And the crazy thing was, watching that fight, I heard Wilder hit those body shots. I'm like, man, he's like the pops.
Yeah, it was connecting, right?
It was a lot.
But you know, it's also being in the heavyweight class too.
Yeah.
It gets really exciting because just the weight of your arm can knock someone out, right? A regular human being out, right?
Just like a half-hearted kind of,
right. Like I mean, it's gonna take some like a little force, but like it's like people don't know, like when you're that size and you throw your weight around like that, you can really do some damage, right? So that's what makes the heavyweight such a high stakes fight,
because you can just get lights out at any time.
Because it can be anyone's fight, right? And that's what everyone was saying about Wilder, was he only has to be good for a second, right? But Fury didn't let him catch that though, except for in the fourth round. In the fourth round, he did get caught twice.
Yeah,
twice. So, you know, I had Fury losing to the fifth round.
Really? So me and Gabby were watching, and Gabby's not a boxing fan. And after round 3, Gabby's like, "Yo, this nigga getting his ass whooped."
Yeah, he didn't have round 3, but so I had him. I think, what did I have it? Shit, I gotta do the scoring right now, but like I had him. So it was like the third round he lost, right? But he won the fourth round, and I think he started to like do okay in the fifth.
Fourth is when he
knocked him down twice, right? And then fifth round he did okay, but the first and second were his strongest.
But even if we're being honest, the first and second were. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It was a one-sided fight for me the whole time. Like I was never worried that Wilder was gonna win the fight.
Yeah, I was never confident that Wilder was gonna win the fight.
Okay,
see how I changed.
But but you were like, hey, he could potentially win the fight. I think what's wild to me is Wilder's crutch is his biggest tool is his biggest kind of weakness too, is he knocks niggas out in 1 or 2 rounds. So he doesn't have to fight a 12-round fight. Right. So I think it's pretty interesting that someone who you didn't knock him out, you have never knocked Tyson Fury out, first and foremost.
Also, he's a tough motherfucker. That guy's. Yeah.
That was dumb. That was unnecessary punishment. That's why last time his trainer threw in the towel.
Yeah.
It's unnecessary punishment for no reason. But like Wilder is not a cardio king by any means.
No.
Came in at 237, I think, or 238.
It was like 230 something. Yeah. And then,
if you struggled in the first 2 fights with cardio, why on earth would you come in heavier? Because he thought he could end it in the first couple rounds.
Yeah, that's what he really did think that too. Yeah, and so also with Wilder as well, like he thought he can come in heavier, but also Fury is just a naturally bigger person. He's by 30 pounds.
We were looking at Fury like that's the face of a performance athlete right there. Yeah, that is the body of the best boxer in the world.
Yeah, that is like
disgusting.
Yeah, it just so happened that he was able to just withstand. Right?
But you know what's crazy? You know who beats real chiseled dudes? Fat niggas.
Facts.
Anthony Ruiz toppled Anthony
Joshua.
Tyson
Fury, however,
yeah,
Joshua knocked him out second time around.
But let's be completely honest. That was partly because Joshua, yes, good for him. He came back, no fade. He came back. He was ready. He looked like a homeless nigga. But like, so he came back,
naps and everything.
He was working. Also, Ruiz fell off. Ruiz was like, I beat Joshua.
He didn't fall off.
He didn't train for that fight. He was like too much partying and too much tequila.
No. He was training with Canelo.
That's not his guy.
Canelo, bro.
But that's not his guy.
No, it's not. It's not.
You know what
but
I mean?
like,
That's
yeah,
not his
yeah,
style.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
not his guy.
yeah.
Canelo's hypermobile.
Yeah.
Fucking Ruiz is not hypermobile.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
Got cardio.
Yeah,
that nigga got hands.
Yeah,
that boy got hands.
Yeah. Well, I was watching this Instagram video where Canelo was like demonstrating to Ruiz and who's that young cat right now?
The young guy that the King Ryan.
Yeah. Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
How to throw a heavier uppercut.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, he hit the bag as hard as Ruiz. He hit the mitts as hard as Ruiz. He wasn't holding a bag.
How do you
was
know?
holding like
is that a quantitative or a qualitative analysis?
Man, that shit was just
loud as fuck.
It was, you can tell.
Really?
That shit was just.
I mean,
because Canelo can like.
He fights in a lot of different weight classes.
Yeah, Canelo can. He's also on roids.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That no, he always fights in Mexico.
No. Yeah, there's no secret. Yeah. Anyway,
everybody knows he's on the juice.
Everybody knows he's on the juice. Yeah.
Why is he allowed to fight?
To be honest, football and boxing.
Are a lot of dudes in football on steroids?
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. No, there's no doubt about it. Yeah. There's a lot of roids. I didn't know there's different kinds of steroids like that though. I thought it was all just like get you juiced and like get you big for recovery. Some are for recovery, and some are for you're just like cardiovascular.
Oh really? Yeah. Isn't that like doping? Blood doping?
No, it's I forget. It's like a trainer explained it to me. I was like, I didn't know that. It increases your lung capacity too.
Huh?
Yeah.
I need to get on those.
Yeah, that shit was like, I was like, what? Like, I just thought you just hitting harder because he's on roids, but it just last longer. Your stamina.
Stamina. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't think Fury was on that. Fury,
I don't think Fury was
Fury
either.
just is a masterclass.
Yeah,
it was beautiful.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and also, so this I'm gonna say this point too. Wilder, he started boxing late, right?
Don't do that.
All right. I'm not gonna make excuses for him. I'm not gonna make excuses for him. But he started boxing late. Okay, he did all right. He did okay. He had a great career for starting late, right? Absolutely. Right? So check this out.
And he's also from Alabama, but they can't read over there. So kudos to him.
Facts. But like he didn't have time to develop those very sharp skills like Fury did. Right? Fury's been fighting since he was a young boy.
True.
Right? But there's certain things that you like even if you start late, like you'll develop over time, but he had a very like quick and fast career, right? So, I would say this. Malik Scott did really good for training him for a year. And granted, he didn't win the fight, right? But in the first 2 rounds, he looked different. He
didn't look that different.
He looked different. He looked way sharper. His jab was way sharper than what it used to be.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah,
I think.
But when you're in that situation, when you're at you're in your gas, you're gonna go back to what you know.
Exactly,
and that's what it transformed into later in the night. He ended up reverting back to what he knew, and so.
I guess what I'll say to that is. Deontay Wilder has a dynamite right hand. And the thing is, when you have that dynamite right hand, that's God-given, that's natural. You can build off of that. Because
of course.
As a boxer, right, people are scared of that dynamite right hand.
Right.
So if people think you're always setting up for that right hand, now you're deceptive.
Right.
Like I'm upset that he was not more deceptive.
Yeah.
We all knew when he was trying to go for the right hand.
Yeah. I mean, it just reminded me of just like someone who's just so eager to get something off, right? Like you just can't. It's always gonna be there.
It's always gonna be there. I was talking to Gabby, and I was telling her that the issue with Deontay Wilder and the issue with I think a lot of athletes is his mental isn't strong. Right?
That's a big one.
He has an ego built on 41 busters. Like this has taught me a lot about boxing, which is the difference between like a boxer, a good boxer, a great boxer, and an elite boxer. Fucking miles.
You notice how Canelo just shuts the fuck up?
Yeah.
he doesn't say, like, even in
he also doesn't speak English, but
well, also even in Spanish, he's super just like fighting. He just likes fighting.
You know what's crazy? I don't know if he likes fighting, but I think it's just like a part of
that's just who he is.
Just, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like he's just. Yeah. I feel like he had to fight a lot growing up.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. A redheaded Mexican.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That
he even talked about that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's probably rough, dude.
Yeah.
But like, Deontay Wilder always tries to sound like prophetic and just he's just an annoying person.
He reminds me of Derek Carr in that way.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about
Derek Carr. Yeah, he's just kind of like Boy Scout. Yeah, Boy Scout.
Like, you remember the videos where they were like, you better act like this fight your life depend on it, cause it do depend on it. And Tyson Fury's like, I'm gonna punch you in the fucking face, you fucking bitch. He's like, how's that for a message? And
yo,
the nigga showed up.
Do you remember in the walk? Did you catch the walkout?
Yeah, I caught both of them.
Oh my god! Did you catch what Fury said when he got in the ring?
Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. What did he say?
He was like they were like, he just finished walking into the ring, cameras panned on him, right? And he said, you little bitch.
Oh,
like right in front of like live TV, everything. They just caught it word every syllable of that. I was like, yo, he called him little bitch.
He's a gamesman, right? Tyson Fury is a gamesman.
Yes, exactly.
So the thing about Tyson Fury that's wild is the nigga could be beating your ass and talking shit to you at the same time.
Right.
And that's the mark of someone with incredible cardio.
Right.
If they're just like jab, jab.
Right.
Jab, your mom's a hoe. Jab,
right.
Jab,
right.
Jab,
exactly.
Jab. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it gets in your mind.
Exactly.
Because one thing is like, if you're tired and someone's beating your ass and talking, you're like, how can we talk?
Right.
Are we fighting?
That's psychological, right? Like, you're like, what the fuck? Like,
he's built different psychologically.
Yeah. We'll find one to beat him. We will. It'll happen. I promise you. I promise. As a lifelong boxing fan, it'll happen. It'll happen. Guaranteed.
We're skeptical.
You know what?
Here in this household.
But you know what?
Go ahead.
I think it'll be an Eastern European, and a
white boy's gonna beat him.
Like we talked about last podcast. Eastern Europeans, they the niggas of Europe.
Niggas
like
of Europe,
so,
bro.
Hey, you know what? I'll take it where I can get it. All right, so
I don't know. I guess I don't know, man. It's just it's wild to think about. Oh boy.
What else do we have?
Did you you didn't catch the David Chappelle special?
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't.
Well, that kind of
I need to watch that.
It's kind of like a bigger thing on, and I know that me and Gabby have differing. We need to get you a microphone so you can talk.
Yeah, so you can just like
we don't want to
chime in.
We don't want to see.
Oh
you.
yeah,
we just want to hear you.
Hey, that's not nice.
I don't give a fuck about being nice. Talk too much.
Yeah,
mouth
I
too
didn't
big.
think he cared about me.
That was her mouth is perfect size. I'm sorry. That was harsh. But like I feel as though, how do I say? I'm even scared to say this.
So first of all, Dave Chappelle, I know he's just been under heat lately, right?
Well, he's under fire.
He's always under fire though, right?
You didn't. So basically, and this is, they really out here canceling niggas, bro. Like, and I mean, I like my job, cuz like I don't want to. Basically,
say it as objectively as possible.
Dave Chappelle was talking brazy. He wasn't even talking, in my opinion, he wasn't talking brazy, but he said some. David Chappelle made statements about trans people. And those statements were not necessarily received well by the trans community. Now, I am not transgender that I know of. But what I will say is that as someone who is a big fan of David Chappelle and as an African American male, I can understand parts of what David Chappelle said, right? And what he was saying is, how is it that African Americans in this nation have been suffering for X amount of time, and it seems like this community has usurped us, and now they get first rights whenever things pop off, right? Like now, if that community is upset, they have the power to murder someone's career.
Right.
Whereas if the blacks are upset, the blacks are upset.
Right.
Right. So his whole point, from what I could surmise, was that African Americans have been, we've been suffering a long time. And I mean, it's definitely better. I'd rather be a nigga now than 1860.
Yeah.
By far.
Right.
But like,
absolutely. I for sure. Yeah.
We've been in this fight for a really long time for civil rights, and our voice is still diminished. Whereas it seems as though there's these new kids on the block and they're getting all this attention. Right. And the thing is, there's a lot of intersections between kind of the trans community and African, because you can have black trans people. Yeah. So it's a tricky kind of place to navigate, but that's what his special was talking about. Now, I don't necessarily want to dive into a special if you haven't seen it, but I do think it's a better conversation about kind of the era we live in where political correctness is a really big thing. Because I will tell you right now, I am not that politically correct. And it's been very difficult to kind of live, because there's certain people who make it a point to be like, I don't sympathize with you because of your lack of political correctness. Right. And it's like, you are a terrible person and you should learn how to speak more amicably about everyone. Right? Right.
Well, I have a lot of mixed feelings about it. And I say this as a diversity rep too. But like, I don't know how to say this. Okay. But it's gonna like, either way you slice it, it's gonna be bad.
Yo, you know what? How about this? Let's set this precedent. Right. Let's just go raw. Nobody watches this. Just go raw.
Well, I'm gonna say this though. As long as we're all chipping away at the power and the money, I think it's all right.
Explain.
So, for example, I justify my job, right, as I'm giving all of us power. Yeah. Because I'm not taking it. That's
well, you have to explain your job.
Okay, so I am a supplier diversity project manager.
Don't say where you work though, because
I will not do that. Yeah, that'll definitely get me fired. Yeah. But I am a project manager for a supplier diversity program. So basically, what I do is I make sure the company I work for does business with diverse companies. So this way, I'm giving I'm distributing economic power to communities of color, right? Or different gendered communities, or communities in the LGBTQ community, right? Yeah. We all know there's no secret, power is money. Money's power.
Absolutely.
Right. So when we set those systems up for ourselves, right? I think in a sense, we are doing well in that sense. Like we can not, we're doing well now, but that objective, that there's something tangible about that, right? And it produces results, right? But if I were to go out and say, I don't know, it's hard to get it out of my mouth right now. But like, if I were,
why was I so scared? Like, it's weird in here,
right, bro. Right. It's like a.
Like, I'm so scared someone's gonna bust into it. Like, nigga, what you saying?
Right.
I should be able to speak freely, bro.
If I said what Gruden said, like, there shouldn't be queers in the NFL.
That's
right. Is that like? I'm just saying that. It's like, you know what I'm saying? But my actions are, I'm giving.
If I'm giving that community in the NFL, and you're the coach, like. This is the question. Was he playing?
Yeah.
Was he starting?
Yeah.
So obviously his mouth didn't match his heart. Like, you know what I mean?
He also said these emails were, going back to the first topic. Those emails were sent 10 years ago before he was on.
Bro, before this is something that really,
before he was a coach on the Raiders.
This chaps my fucking gonads. Yeah. Okay.
10 years ago.
If I said something 10 years ago, I was 16.
We could get fucked for this podcast.
God forbid I become a somebody. And now they're like 10 years ago on his podcast that nobody watched. Like, that's what fucking annoys me. They will comb through your life, bro. Yeah. They will comb. He said that shit 10 years ago?
You said it best yourself, though.
What?
Everyone wants to see the giant fall.
I guess, bro. It's inconceivable to think, and this, you're setting a terrible precedent, right? Mm-hmm. And I had this conversation with a friend of mine. You cannot believe in reform and change and then go back and hunt people down for things that they said years ago. Right. That is absolutely foul. I didn't know this is 10 years ago. He has the first openly gay nigga on his defensive line hunting niggas down. Right. And he starts him every game. As an all-star at this point, right? So obviously he doesn't feel that way no more. Right. Yeah. So it's there's no escaping it, man. So, that's what's kind of getting to is like, I feel like, at least this is how I view it. And this is how I live by. I might not always say the right thing. I might not always. But you live the right way.
I live the right way. I will always do right.
By the people.
Right? But I might not always say the right thing.
See, this is
impossible. Like, you're supposed to be perfect your entire life. You know what I mean? Like I've said some dumb shit.
Absolutely.
As a high schooler.
I said some dumb shit yesterday.
I say dumb shit all the time. Right? But my actions will always be there.
Absolutely. Right? And I believe you judge a man by his actions. Right. But, big but. Not like Gabby's.
I wish you could have like a camera just panning, just the no nods.
But like, niggas love. No one goes to NASCAR to see anyone complete a race. Like, we love to see niggas crash. The issue is
because we're bloodthirsty people.
Like, why are we wanting to see these retroactive crashes? Like, if someone said something 10 years ago, like, man, I hate black people, right? And actually, this is what I hate the most. I hate when there's a celebrity who's doing something for like the LGBTQIA community or black people, and someone digs back and be like, well, back in 2005, they said they hated black people.
So
don't know what to tell you. So you should stop the thing he's doing for black people?
Are you going to give this organization $10 million then?
Like, let me tell you something. I don't like people, but I like money more than I don't like people. Right. Like, it's very nonsensical to me. Yeah. Everybody's just trying to catch somebody slipping. Right. Everybody's trying to catch somebody slipping. And it really, really bothers me because I like to make jokes, right? And the art of the joke is dying. Right. Like, I can't say what I want to say without looking over my shoulder and wondering, is the Gestapo coming? And there's some people who are like, no, you shouldn't make jokes. Not everybody can catch these jokes. Like, some things are off limits. Right. If the joke is funny enough, nothing's off limits.
Yeah. Right. So I guess it goes to like where does it go too far then? Right. Because like there are some jokes out there that it's like it's on site if a white person says it to me. I'm sorry. It's
is someone talking to you?
No, you can say I want to.
I'm giving you. We're talking about this. Like,
it depends on the content. It depends. See, and that's the thing. That's really nice. And we were just talking about if a white person, because you know what, 80% of a joke, timing. Yes. So if a white person says a funny joke, like we watch Wild 'N Out highlights a lot, and one of the topics was it name an activity that white people enjoy or something like that. And the guy comes up and hits a buzzer and goes, spending time with our fathers. Like, it's heinous, but that shit was hilarious. Like, it's heinous.
That is
fucking funny. I laughed for a good bit. Like, that was funny. And so it's a good joke is a good joke is a good joke, right? Yeah. And if it's the timing's right and the ambiance is right and everything and people laugh, I think it's okay.
You know who was a horrible person but did that timing shit just right?
Who?
Louis C.K. Horrible person.
Great timing.
Horrible.
Such great timing.
But he did the same shit.
Well,
he said some shit that I honestly, if it was delivered in a different way,
if it was somebody else, you would have punched him in the. It's that gym shit at work. Like, I'm not gonna repeat it. And if you're listening and you know about Jim, yo, on God though, what Jim said was fucking hilarious. Like the shit was, it was hilarious. Somebody
but
at
if it
work
was a
made a
different
racist
cadence,
joke. Yeah,
different timing,
and he wasn't such a fucking goof.
Right.
It would have been. But the thing is, like, honestly, stellar joke. Stellar joke.
Right.
Stellar joke. Like he understood the climate. He understood exactly where he
Right,
was.
right.
It was the day before Juneteenth, and the
Right.
nigga was on a roll. But it was just the vibe and the timing was off.
Right.
Right. And so I think anything can be made funny if the timing and the vibe is right.
Right.
I think there are some people who it's gonna be a hot take, but I don't care. Fuck it. What if I lose my job?
Our producers are
like, sir,
stop. Cut the tape. Cut the tape.
Isn't it absolutely nonsensical that I'm scared to speak? And there's a difference between freedom of speech and hate speech, and I know that line very well. Like I know the difference between making a joke and actively pointing at a group to go and attack. I'm
Right.
not dumb.
Right.
But like, I hate that I'm scared. Because niggas love digging dirt. Like
The dirt will be digged.
the dirt will don't get dug.
Are you scared too?
A little
Hell
bit.
yeah, I'm hella
bro.
scared.
Like because we're scared because it's people want. It's kind honestly, it's like niggas are hunting for you to. They're like I smell a nigga slipping.
Okay, but all right, check this out. How will you handle it? I think that's the better. That's the
Me?
better. Yeah, that's the better. Like,
I'll own that shit. I'm a man.
see, that's.
I said it. I thought it was funny. If you didn't think it was funny, I'm sorry. That shit was. I'll be like, and I'll even try to explain it. Like, it's this. It's double entendre because it's like, and they'll be like, it's not funny. It's like, no, it's funny. You're just not funny.
Although you can't do that.
What?
Like if you were someone like famous.
If I was famous, I couldn't do what?
That.
Explain my
If
joke.
you responded like that, it would be even worse. Like say
You're
you're
like,
in a situation like the
oh,
you know what I mean?
yeah, I see what you're saying. Again,
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
if I was trying to gym it and explain how I was funny, and explain why it's funny. Like, I guess, but it's a very interesting. This is what I'm gonna say, and fuck it. Whew. You know, I'm about to
spicy.
air some shit out. I've been
spicy.
locked in a cage.
listen,
I've
air
been-
it out in this part of town, man.
The only people I've ever seen utter the phrase "that was offensive" are women
Mm-hmm.
and gay men. Why are you making that face? And what I mean by that is, I've watched a lot of comedy skits. I watch comedy so much.
Right.
The worst you'll ever hear out of a nigga's mouth, if a joke's fucked up, you'll be like, "Damn, nigga, that was wild." Like that is
Right.
deep. If a nigga goes,
that's
"Damn,
valid.
nigga, that was wild," he means,
Damn.
that was kind of
That's
offensive,
fucked
bro.
up, bro.
But like, that's as far as a nigga will go, and he'll still laugh.
Right.
Like, I've been places where I'll tell jokes, and I'm not a comedian by any standard, but I'll tell jokes, and somebody will be like, "Cyril, I really think that was offensive, and I really think you like owe that person an apology." Every time that has happened to me, it has always been a woman, and every once in a while, it's been like a gay dude that I know. And I just don't know. Cause I feel like, bro, women aren't funny, bro. I feel like, bro, like, okay, let me backtrack before I get.
Where you?
Like, not all niggas steal, but some niggas steal. You know what I mean? So like all women are not funny, but not all women aren't funny. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like not all black people steal,
Right.
but enough black people steal for you to be like, niggas be stealing.
Right,
But like,
right,
not
right.
all women aren't funny, but enough women aren't funny for you to be like, women aren't that funny. I can see it in your eyes right now.
I'm like, bro,
I can hear your butthole get tight.
I can't do it. I can't.
And I'm just
saying,
okay, let me backtrack. I'm so scared right now. Let me backtrack.
You know what? I watched Squid Games right before I came here, and this is more tense.
Bro, you nigga tight lip. It's not that women aren't funny. I just think that men are very okay at jokes at others' expense, where I feel as women are not as okay with jokes at others' expense. And I believe that kind of fundamentally leads to, and I've seen it as a soccer coach for men and women. You'll get a group of guys and they'll make each other be like, oh, bro, you dumb, you stupid, blah, blah, blah. Right. And it's all love at the end of the day. Right. I've coached girls, bro. And I remember I was coaching on the soccer team and I was explaining something to the girls. And one of the girls wasn't paying attention. And it's not a big deal for me. Like, I don't mind repeating myself. But this girl goes, oh, coach, I didn't hear what you said. And this other girl from behind me goes, you should have listened, you stupid bitch. And I said, oh, no.
God damn.
There's a difference between like when someone's like, come on, dumbass, you listen. It's like, it's playful.
Yeah.
She was not fucking around. And like,
I think I'm picking up what you're throwing down here. Okay.
So I'm trying to work it back to be like, women are not okay with offensive humor because women do not make jokes at others' expense. Whereas I think men in the dude culture, we make jokes at each other's expense. Right. So we know that it's not as like if you were like, man, you looking real thick today, nigga, you getting fat. I wouldn't take it.
Right.
I wouldn't take it that hard.
Right.
But I think like if I told a woman that, she would take it personally. So I think that offensive humor to them is funny because it's taken more personally, right? Just because of the nature of how society is, right? Like when you make a joke at a woman's expense, a woman will internalize that and feel like she has to change that. Right. Whereas for a guy, they don't feel like they have to internalize that.
That makes
Saved the shit out of myself.
You did an excellent job, man.
Got me bullshitting like a motherfucker.
You found all the non-tempered glass there. And you just hopped across that shit,
bro.
Man,
look at Gabby's face right now. Gabby's like, "This nigga ain't shit. This nigga ain't shit." We're gonna get you a microphone for next time.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
This nigga said this. Yeah. So like, it's not that I gotta walk this back. It's because my office is like 70% women.
For real though, 70, 75 now.
Another thing, 75 now. Another thing though. I feel like there are a lot of dudes out there who you'll say something foul and they want to laugh. But pussy got them under a spell. You know what I'm talking about? You ever seen a nigga who want to laugh?
Pussy whip niggas.
Yeah, you ever seen a nigga who want to laugh?
Got you.
But his girl ain't laughing?
Or dick whip niggas. I don't
right?
know. Hey.
Any way you slice it.
Yeah.
You see a nigga like you say a joke and you can tell on his internal, this nigga want to giggle.
Yeah.
But if he giggles, now he's in the doghouse.
Yeah.
I think the best thing that ever happened to me is I don't get no bitches. So I can say whatever I want.
Listen, man, you just need someone that you can just do that with.
Not my level. It doesn't.
I will laugh at some dumb shit.
I'm a heinous person.
I will laugh at some heinous
like you see
shit.
This?
Yeah.
This is inside and out. I'm dark everywhere.
Listen,
nigga.
There's a reason why M said we would get along. All right?
But yeah. It's just like it's just wild to me. Like the PC culture. I wholeheartedly believe that everyone has rights. Like I was talking to my mom on the phone a couple of days ago, and my mom works in a place where people who have mental issues go and she helps them. And she I guess I don't like saying the phrase homosexual. Okay. Homosexual to me feels like when people go the blacks. Like it's crunchy. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right.
Honestly, I'd rather say gay niggas. Like gay niggas sounds fun, playful. Homosexual sounds like you're about to say a law that's gonna exclude them.
When people say black people, I'm cool with that. When people say black. That's a little spicy. When people say the blacks,
the blacks is. You know what's funny?
Homosexual sounds like that.
Homosexual sound. We were talking about quick aside. We were talking about this like, thug is just diet nigga.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like these thugs. It's like that's just diet niggas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like hoodlum used to be diet nigga, but now it's thugs.
Yeah,
white people are never thugs.
That's true.
right? But like going back, like my mom was helping out.
Unless they were like Italian.
Yes, exactly. We're gonna get to that in the colorism segment because I have thoughts on that. Gabby knows how I feel about it. We be giving black away too easy, but I digress.
Yeah,
like
we just did today.
It's wild because my mom, deals with homosexual people, and she has a hard time trying to understand why don't we just treat these people like people? Like my mom goes in her very aggressive way, it's not to my butthole. Why do I care? And I'm like, that's a good point. It's really none of my business. It's really none of my business.
Right.
I live my life. I don't care. It's none of my business.
You mind your business.
I mind the business that pays me. And that don't pay me.
That's how we were raised.
Mind business.
Mind your business. I've survived in Bayview with that motto.
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
I can see a nigga getting shanked on the street. Be like, damn, that's crazy.
Damn. Oh man, I just saw out of the corner of my eye. I was walking home.
It's none of my business.
Please.
It's none of my business. How do you see? This is the thing. People will be like, "Huh, it's terrible. He's getting stabbed. What did he do? What did he do?
Am I gonna?
He might have deserved that stab.
Right. I don't know. He could have, some crazy shit right beforehand. He could have. I don't know.
I don't know. But one thing that gets talked about in this house a lot is colorism.
Yes.
Now, I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay.
Solely because
I'm the light skinned one.
Absolutely, light skin privilege. I have some vivid thoughts on this, and I know I'm gonna get in trouble for this.
All right.
So I'm gonna get my thoughts together.
Okay.
While you talk.
Get your thoughts together.
Because I'm probably gonna get fired from my job.
This is gonna get spicy.
And I'm probably gonna get.
Stay tuned.
No. You'd be surprised. This is gonna be the episode where people actually watch. I'm gonna get hate mail. I'm gonna have niggas in my DM like, "Fuck you, you dark ass nigga." Like, it's gonna be spicy.
Go.
So you go first.
Let's go. I actually didn't really come prepared with this topic, but you know what? I have a lot to talk about on this subject. Outside of this fact that I'm just a light skinned nigga. I have no prompt.
Do you want me to go
prompt
first?
us?
I can talk about this. I was on the phone about this.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
As a full-blooded nigga, I believe that we give black away too easily. And I say that to mean...
We just did today, though.
How do you mean?
Eastern Europeans.
That was a joke. Like, I'm talking like seriously. There's a lot of semi-niggas out here.
Yeah. Okay.
Why do we claim semi-niggas?
What do you mean by semi-niggas?
You know what the fuck I mean. Half-bloods.
Half-bloods.
Why do we claim them? Like, I honestly don't understand.
Listen, man.
Why do we claim them?
Check this out. We need to claim them.
Absolutely.
We need to claim them.
This is my issue. Why can't the whites claim them?
They can't.
Why? Why don't they claim them? They can't. Okay. Why don't they claim them?
The one drop rule.
Someone was telling that to me. I don't give a fuck. Those are white people to me. Bro.
There's a whole history of that Velados to like octoroons, all that shit.
That's in America.
This
is all of. I was listening to this lady talk, and she was like, she was talking about how if you have a half Asian baby and a half white baby, it's like, oh, that's a half Asian baby, half white baby. And then she's like, oh, what if you have like a half black baby and half Asian baby? Like, ew, that baby's just black. How come? Why is it if you mix a black, you're fucking black?
Got something to tell you off air about this, but okay.
No, say it on air, nigga. Say what your chest.
Damn.
Say what your chest,
oh,
nigga.
you're calling me out on that.
Say what your chest,
okay,
nigga.
so I know a group of people that recognize half white, half Asian people, and they get together and they're real tight on that, right? Right. And I know there's a specific culture around that, whatever, but like. When it comes to like identifying with maybe someone who's like half white or half black, half Asian, or half like, I don't know, half Mexican, half Asian, like it's like a whole different.
Because those are the dirty races.
I'm like, how does that? It's just something so kind of. I don't know what it is. I just feel like there's something very wrong about.
You know what the fuck it is? They just don't like us.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, damn, that's like.
And that's and you know what? That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we don't have to accept those halfies either. Like, I'm so confused on when someone's half and half, why black people are like, come in here. No. Because this is my reasoning. I need to get my reasoning out. I've been dark my whole fucking life. Like in maybe you can't see on this camera. I'm fucking dark. I am dark as shit. All right? I am black. Blackity black. All right?
Oh my God.
My entire life, light-skinned people have this habit of being black when it suits them. And it's very annoying, right? Which is half and half will make fun of us. They'll talk about how we're dark and talk about how our hair is nappy and how, you know, we're God left us in the oven, to all these fucking clever jokes. But as soon as the white person comes down and admonishes them, man, we need to stick together, brother. I wasn't your brother a fucking week ago, nigga. I was that darky who you didn't want to fucking hang out with. They get to pick and choose and walk between this line.
Okay.
Let them have their own team.
All right. Check this out. Because I feel like there's a divide, right? Because I've been on the other side, though, right? I'm a quarter white. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Because that's a weird line for me. I'm like, but no, like, okay, so check this out. Growing up, I struggled with that. I had this whole like identity crisis thing. Like that was hey man, that shit was only black kids at my school, 10 of us, right?
Niggas,
they're like, you ain't black, you're fucking Oreo, right? You know, I'm like, all right, well then I'll go hang out with these kids. Oh, nigger.
Damn.
All right. It was like that, yeah.
I know where you grew up.
So then I'm like, all right, well, shit, I'll just go hang out in the art classroom. So like, it was like you're caught in between this like limbo, right? And just the system is just not built. It's not built to recognize you as white, right? So that way, I say, as a 3/4 black person. We need to welcome them because
you don't got as many shares as I do in this game, brother.
They don't. I mean, I feel like I do though. I feel like I do. Listen.
And we're talking about colorism, right?
Right.
This is why there's a central issue is that when we're stacking things, I'm at the bottom of the totem pole, and you know that to be true.
Okay,
right?
I can't argue with that.
But like, and the part that's upsetting is we're at the bottom of I'm at the bottom of the totem pole. I'm the most pure blood out of all of them. How does that work?
Right.
It just
okay, but
you see what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So it's frustrating to me,
right?
Because I get disrespected the most amongst my own people,
right?
Because the thing about white people that people don't understand is a nigger's a nigger's a nigger. Like there is white people don't care if you're Drake or if you're fucking Flavor Flav. You're black. You know what I mean? It's us who have those divisions.
Yes.
So my issue is why are we just let anybody be black?
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like why are we stuck on? Oh, this person's in, this person's not in. Right.
But hey, I didn't make the rules. All I'm saying is I'm trying to change the rules. We let the halfies have their own segment. Let them do whatever they want. Fuck off somewhere else. Because I'm tired of them playing both sides. I'm tired of them. And it's what really hurts me is growing up, I was a tough kid. I had tough skin. It's seeing my younger sister have to deal with, you know, light-skinned girls treating her a certain way because she's dark.
Right.
Like, that's what I don't like. I don't... Say it with your chest, nigga.
I feel like what you're describing are separate issues.
How so?
Because like
Let me...
describing colorism and then like the plight that you described, which is just different things.
What's the plight that I described?
How do you benefit from excluding light-skinned people from like your community?
Because then my community can within itself just be strong within itself.
These are separate, but that's what I'm saying. These are separate issues.
But it's stemming from the fact that there are people who, quote unquote, are part of my community, but because they're of a lighter color, they believe that they're higher than me in my community. So if I exclude those people from my community, now my community can be solid in and of itself without having those people. Colorism will exist, but the thing is, at least it's not splitting our community. The colorism in the African American community is splitting. There's a schism, right? There's a clear schism between light people and dark people.
I feel like it's not that clear sometimes, though.
Yeah, because the Boondocks, for example, right? I know it's a cartoon, whatever.
It's one of my favorites.
Right.
Yeah.
But you have Uncle Tom, who's a light skinned nigga who he wouldn't be allowed in your world.
No.
Right? Now then you have Uncle Ruckus.
Maybe if Uncle Ruckus had his own place, he wouldn't be Uncle Ruckus. What I'm trying to say is colorism. I
don't know if I believe that.
Colorism. The issue with colorism is, like we said, like there are those who believe they are better because they have lighter skin, right?
But whose fault is that?
Yes. Give Gabby her own.
I don't. Okay. See, so Gabby said the reason that colorism is issues because of white people. I agree to an extent, which is how deep does that go? Is that only in the United States or is that everywhere? It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
But why is that? Like, I had an aunt who would bleach her skin. And that made no sense to me. Like, let me make it known. I love being dark. I don't like that other people don't like that I'm dark. That's what bothers me. And it's, yes, white people are to blame because of the fucking dichotomy that they created.
Right.
But I also think that eventually you have to recognize the issues within your own community in past. Because if we keep on having these issues, we just stay divided.
I guess what I'm saying is, like, separating black people from biracial people isn't really the answer.
Why? But okay,
Right.
and maybe separating black people from biracial people isn't the answer. But my question is, why are they considered black?
They're black.
Yeah.
But they're also white.
That's true.
But why don't they?
More than one thing can be true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
But my thing is, why does it always seem as though biracial people are like if a biracial person say I'm white, come on now.
Yeah.
People would be like, come on, no, you're not.
Yeah.
So I'm confused on why is it that, and I'm not even asking to be cantankerous at this point. Like, I really want to fundamentally understand, why is it that when you are a biracial person, and it only matters for certain races, as we said, if you are mixed with black, you are black. But if you're like Asian and white, people will recognize you as Asian and white.
That's a good question.
Right?
That's
So
a good
why
question.
is it that when you're mixed with black, you are black? But if you're mixed with something else, you get the benefit of being, both of those things. Why is that? Why is it that you lose your ability to be white or you lose your ability to be other when you're mixed with black?
So I'll speak to this too, because like as a as a mixed person, I've never gotten the benefit of being white.
Nigga, you were black a couple minutes ago. You better pick a side. Nigga.
I've never gotten the benefit of being white. Right. So that, like, in that instance, right? Like I just feel like I don't. It's just like there's like the half black, quarter black people. They don't get the benefit, right? So by being along with the ride with us, right? They are us.
So you saying they're niggas because they get treated like niggas?
Yes.
Honestly, and I think that's a good point. Like, I feel like being black is more about your experience. It's what I think it has to do with what you look like, which is your experience.
Yeah.
Like, like Meghan Markle, she's black.
Yeah.
Her experience isn't the same as me, you.
Yeah.
That's kind of and so I don't think you guys can hear Gabby, but Gabby was talking about being black as an experience, and it's kind of what I wanted to get to, right? Meghan Markle. The way they were talking about Meghan Markle, you would think that nigga looked like me, bro. They were like, that monkey, if Meghan Markle stayed inside for one summer, that'd be a white girl, bro. Like, it's fucking astonishing the things that people can get away with. Meghan Markle she's an incredibly light African-American woman. So much so that I could mistake her for a white lady. Right?
Yeah.
But the issue and kind of the driving factor, and I'm so happy we got here, the thing that I want people to understand about this world is you are not what you think you are. You are what people tell you are. You can go, I can go home and think I'm a white girl from Nebraska till I'm blue in the face. But when that cop pulls me over, that nigga's still putting 6 hot ones into my back, bro.
Right. And that is the point I brought up earlier. Uncle Ruckus, man, same experience, right? He thought he was
white. He had revitiligo.
Right.
He had revitiligo.
And everyone viewed that. Everyone gave him, or people viewed him in a way, right? Mm-hmm. And that was it. He could have believed he was white till he's blue in the face, right? But at the end of the day,
black till he dies.
He's black as shit. He's the darkest one on the show.
And I really hope that people kind of understand that fact, which is you can yell, you can scream all you want, you can till your lungs give out, but people will always determine who you are.
So it's an interesting point because, you know, like going back to the PC thing. Yeah. People will give you that label, right? So that's up to you what you do with it.
Life is a gigantic Yelp review.
Yeah.
Like that's what it is. Life is a gigantic. If people say something about you, that's what people know about you.
People know about you.
Right? And so people live their lives trying to get a good Yelp review. Nah, nigga, give me half a star. I don't give a fuck. Don't come to my restaurant. Right? It's such a unfathomable way to live life, is to believe word of mouth.
Right.
But that's how we do things. Like you get people put upon you what you are. And it's unfortunate, but I think that's the way things are.
Yeah, totally is. That's big facts.
I don't know, man. It just this shit makes my balls itch. I don't know, man. I don't know. I hate the society that we live in, bro.
Hey, you know, I think we're doing great things though. I think we're moving forward as a society. Sort of. I don't know.
You one of those optimistic niggas, ain't you?
I am optimistic. Otherwise, I would have blown my brains out like 5 years ago.
I call my sister all the time, and I'll tell my sister, like, I don't like it here. She's like, oh, you mean California? I'm like, no, nigga, like on Earth, bro. Like, I don't like it here. Did you know that the IRS doesn't care what kind of business you have?
I know this.
Right? As long as you're paying taxes,
yeah,
you can be trafficking children.
Yeah.
As long as you pay the right taxes, they don't care.
Right.
You cannot tell me that we have an NSA that can monitor everybody's phone, monitor everything. But y'all can't find no child traffickers. Y'all can't find drug dealers. We're watching a video today. Do you know what these niggas using resources for? To find fake Birkin bags. Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah.
Fake Birkin bags.
That's what's profitable.
There are children missing.
That's what's profitable. And that's it. And, you know, the whole,
and you still want to be
people high
on
up
here,
are involved
nigga?
in that shit.
And you still want to be here, nigga?
Yeah.
Like,
it's a lot of work to be done.
What are you gonna do? Like, I really sit back and go, what is one nigga gonna do? You're not Martin Luther King.
No, I can't do shit.
You too light, nigga.
I'm okay, can't do shit. He didn't do shit. Oh, he did do shit. I mean, I could take it back.
He did a good.
But you know what? But he wasn't just one nigga though who did. You know what I mean? He had a movement with him, right?
We don't have the age of the hero is dead.
Of course,
there are no more heroes.
But we have the internet.
Do you not understand
Twitter?
Do you remember when Colin Kaepernick knelt? Right.
Yes.
Do you know that if every football player said, "Hey, I'm not playing football," all the black players said, "I'm not playing football," things would have changed. All that money that those owners stood to lose, right? I guarantee you the owners have direct lines to senators and congressmen. So if during those, the time where Kaepernick knelt, those players said, "Hey, we're not playing," and those owners were like, "Well, I'm not making money," they would have made things change. But because niggas are too worried about the bag, nothing changed. And that's why I have no faith in this system. Niggas care about the bag.
Yeah.
And they hide behind the guise of, well, I can do more if I have money put in my community. Where's the money, nigga? Where's the money, nigga?
I agree and disagree.
How so?
I look at it like this. So, if I had spent all of college busting my ass, going before school, to train, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I went to a big football school, so I know a lot of these dudes' lives, but a lot of them didn't show up to class, right? Now, some did very well, 4.0 GPA, finished top of their class, stars, right? Now, if I just made it to the NFL, right, and my grades are so, right, or I don't have like a great college background, right, just barely squeaked out, got a bachelor's in some random shit,
African American studies,
right? What am I gonna do after that? You know what I mean? How am I gonna make a difference? Like, you know what I mean? Like
but you put all your eggs in one basket, nigga. That's on you.
There's no but you know what I'm saying though? Like to be at that level, right? You gotta there's a lot of sacrifices you gotta make.
But basically,
right?
What you're making it seem is like I'm gonna throw all this shit away for some niggas. That's what you're making it sound like.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is I'm just saying it's more complicated. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe I can't speak from that because I'm an academic, right? So like, I don't think I'd ever get caught slipping like that. Yeah. But I can see what you're saying. I know a lot of niggas from like Bessemer, Alabama, who go to the NFL. They can't even read. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And it's like, what are they gonna do?
Have you ever watched Last Chance U?
Nah, I try not to watch those things. It's painful to watch.
You should watch it.
My name, the mom, Daniel. And I come here to play football. And,
you should watch that.
My daddy played football.
You should watch that.
And my cousin played football. And he told ACL he ain't make NFL, but I'm make the NFL. I'm about my mama.
Shut up, nigga.
Especially because the first season did it really well, but they were in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, bro. Poor as shit. Nowhere to go.
Where's your way to go? Why do niggas always have to be rappers, football players, and basketball players?
That's a good point. Why? Hood dreams. Hood dreams.
She didn't say hood dreams. She said hoop dreams.
Hoop dreams.
Gabby, our pseudo producer, she has a policy where she doesn't date any black men who have hoop dreams, and it's that is that is for once in my life I am not lying. That is exactly true. She says I'm not.
This is why I said I need to be a fly on the wall, so I can validate all of these opinions. Because y'all just throw them left and right.
Verbatim, she goes, "I ain't dating no nigga with hoop dreams because niggas." I beg your pardon. Let me finish. Okay. I ain't dating no nigga with hoop dreams because niggas with hoop dreams are egotistical and cocky, and their dreams are never gonna be realized. So they're just wasting time, and they're gonna waste my time.
I didn't say it just like that.
But is that what you kind of said? Yes, that's exactly what you said. In summary, all right. But like that's in it's why I was texting you about BMF. Why do movies about black people have to be like how niggas make out the hood selling drugs? Like, I know a ton of black doctors.
Right.
Can we have a movie about a nigga being a black doctor?
Of course.
Can we have a team of black engineers going in that? Like, I'm tired of watching niggas make it through drugs and violence.
Right. That's a good point. I'm not arguing that, bro.
I'm fed up,
bro. I'm not arguing with you, but I'm just saying some circumstances have it which is it's just that's what you know. Like, okay, that's perfect. That's what you know.
What do you mean? That's what you know?
Like, they give me that look, huh?
I know what you're saying, but like explain it. You know what I mean?
That. Okay. What I mean was what I mean is, if all I know
is play football,
is playing football, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll make money doing it. Why not?
Nigga. Gabby and her hoop dreams. Like
that is the problem though. That is the problem. But what I'm saying is though, it's you have blinders on. You can't. You're not thinking outside of the box, right? Like, for example, if you're an academic, right? Yeah. And granted, not everyone's like you is gonna think. I see people like this all the time at work as well. There's one way to do things, and they do it that way, regardless if there's many other options, right? So there's only a plan A. And if plan A doesn't work, they'll just try it again and again and again and again and again. You see it all the time, especially in corporate offices, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So, to me, there's no difference. Whether it's corporate office or like down the street, it's you have people trying to do the same thing over and over again because that's all they know and that's what they're used to, right? You have blinders on. You're not thinking outside the box because that's what your environment is giving to you, right? For example, also, I'll give you another example. I know this person who grew up who wasn't allowed to touch shit, right? Like their parents were like, you cannot, they had a lot of strict rules, right?
Yeah.
So now as an adult, right, they have a lot of bad habits, right? Because they can't, like, they won't claim responsibility, right? Right? So they won't, they'll just let shit be and let it go to shit.
Yeah.
And just, just do nothing about it, right? And same thing goes with, all the rest of this shit in their life, right? Like, it's just like, things will go to shit and they'll just sit there and just, clam up because that's all they know, right?
Yeah.
That's what they're accustomed to, right? And that's what I'm trying to say. It's more about like their environment is producing that more than what they are doing. Right?
I'm being unfair. I totally understand what you're saying, but I'd like to introduce two sides, right? So I think the first side that I want to introduce is definitely, it is very frustrating that African Americans only see maybe 4 or 5 paths to success, right?
Right.
Because I believe that it holds us back as a people and it puts us in these boxes.
Yeah.
Now, as someone who understands processes, I definitely understand that the reason why that is because we have lack of, like, I remember Tyler Perry said, I've never seen a black person in a suit till I came into Atlanta. And so after I came to Atlanta, I was like, oh man, I could be a black person in a suit. Right? If you don't see it, you can't believe it.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when I met Gabby, my roommate, she came and talked to me and I was like, oh, what do you do? She's like, oh, I'm a mechanical engineering student. And I remember immediately after I said that, I was like, what was it like growing up with your father? And she's like, how'd you not grow up with my father? And I'm like, there are certain things that you can see that make people who they are, right?
Yeah,
like
that makes sense.
I would be hard pressed to see a lot of single black women who grew up in single parent households who become mechanical engineers, right? You have to see that. Right. And that's just a hard thing to see, to have a single black mom who's a mechanical engineer, right? You can see it in uncles and things like that, but it's just not the same as when it's in your house, right? There's certain things that you need to see and have it very tangible for you to understand. Yeah. And I think that, I know we're talking about black people, but it goes so much farther than black people. I know a lot of Hispanics that are like, hey, all I thought I could be was a construction worker until, like, I have a buddy. He's like, all I thought I could be was a construction worker until I met my cousin who went to San Jose State. And she was an engineer. I'm like, oh, I could do that too, right? Like, it's very, you have to be able to see something to even comprehend that it's doable. Yeah. Right? And the issue with all these people that I do make fun of, which I shouldn't, is that they don't have the opportunity to see those things. Right. Now, what I kind of get upset about is ball players who push their children to be ball players. Right. Because now you've seen the world. You've seen the different things. And another thing is, ball's not that great, bro. Right. You know that football is modern slavery.
You know that this shit's fucked up. Right, you know that's all the behind the scenes shit.
So that's what I can't forgive. Like, now you know the world. Now you know the world better than some of us do because you have money. You can explore things that we've never seen before, and you still being a hood nigga.
Well, I don't know. I mean, again, I'm gonna mind my business on that one. Cause
you afraid some hood niggas bending the corner on
man? Because check this out. Like, cause if I was long shot, if I had made it in boxing, right, become an athlete or a pro athlete, I'm like made millions of dollars fighting, and then now my son or my daughter wants to fight.
Would you let them?
Yeah, if they wanted to.
After all the brain damage, after all the terrible promoters, after all the drugs, after all, really? You'd let them fight?
If they really wanted to? That's why I'd have another kid.
So one would be a fighter and the other one wouldn't be a fighter? Wow, that's wild. That's wild. I don't know, man.
Told you I'm dark.
Only on the inside. I don't know. It's
I don't know.
Going back to what you said, I am of the mindset that just one person can change the world. I don't think so. But I really think that it's all about timing. You have to recognize when things are ripe for change and attack it hard.
Yeah.
And we want change really bad. Gabby, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you give me some water? Thank you. Oh my God, Gabby's being nice to me, guys. But I really think that a really important thing is right now, in the time that we are in the climate that we're in, it seems ripe for change.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if change is going to come the way we think it is. I see a lot of push for change. I see a lot of hunger for change. But one thing that I'm kind of thinking of is that's the younger generation. And as much as we talk and we yell and we scream and, you know, we really sit down and rest on our laurels. Negro, please.
Yes, please. That'd be great. Thank you.
Thank you. Excuse me? That nigga can ask. What do I look like? The hell?
If you were to see change, though, what would it take?
What I'm saying is,
shape of?
just to finish my thought, nigga, this water tastes like ass. Sorry.
Damn. Is he always this rude?
But just to go back, the younger generation has the vigor, but the older generation has the experience and the power, right?
Okay.
And the issue is, like, things got worse for black people when Biden became president. Voting laws got stricter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that definitely fucked us up.
we can want change all we want, but there are institutional things that need to happen for change to happen. And I don't think we're capable of those institutional things.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about earlier, though. That's how I see change. That's how I envision it, and that's how I would see it coming. Is chipping away at the institutional powers that be, little by little, business by business, state by state.
I guess.
It's a slow return, but it's a long journey. But I really truly believe the shit I do. I really do.
I'm happy you're in a position to broaden the horizons of our people. I just hope that it's not a futile effort.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're working for a large corporation. Glad I didn't say my business name. But
I'd bleep it out anyway.
But there's a lot of internal fighting you have to do.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's and it's not just me doing it.
It's a muggle struggle.
It's like it's turning into an industry.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, really? What you do is turning into an industry?
Yeah.
Well, then fantastic.
Yeah. The whole convention's about biodiversity. So I don't know. I feel it. If I were to put stock in it, I'd do it.
You know. All right. Well, hopefully you.
Mark my words. I'll bet your firstborn.
I'm not planning on having children, so you can.
Oh, okay.
You can have that.
I need some kind of tangible, bro.
A Lamborghini. I'll bet you a Lamborghini.
A Lamborghini?
Lamborghini.
Damn. I don't like Lamborghinis.
That's fine. I'll be getting one from you. So that's perfectly fine. But is there anything else that you want to talk about before we talk about our last thing?
Oh, no. Speaking of like businesses, I wanted to
talk about
I wanted to talk about Kin Apparel. I actually was gonna wear my sweater today, but it didn't match my pants. So
Gabby, do you want to come and talk to him about this?
Kin Apparel?
Kin Apparel. Nigga, you know what Kin Apparel is.
Silkline hoodies.
Oh, is that the one on the...
On Shark Tank. Yeah.
Yeah. They were on Shark Tank?
Yeah.
What
She
the
was crying out
fuck?
there. She was like, I'm just so. I don't remember what she said, but she was crying and she's like, I went to Harvard. And I was like, the waterworks are just turning them on. Good for her. Hey, do what
Hey,
you got to
good
do to
for
get
her.
where you need to
Shit.
go.
I'm hella happy for her,
Yeah.
man. That's dope.
I'm not a
Yeah.
kin apparel person.
Yeah, I bought a sweater like
That nigga got the twists and stuff.
yeah, I like when I was like rocking braids for like
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah, big braids.
Yeah. No, it's like it just saved me a lot of the times because like I put my like hood on or
Can you explain to me what a regular hoodie is versus like a kin hoodie?
so a regular hoodie is like a cotton this shit.
Yeah.
It's just bad for natural hair. Just
Okay.
takes all your if you get like braids or anything like that's pretty delicate, you know, it's gonna make it instantly frizzy if you just put your hood on.
Yeah.
But the silk line hoodie it just makes it so it's it just keeps your hair laid down, it just keeps your hair looking fresher for longer. So you don't have to worry about like wrapping it up or anything like that.
Okay.
But if you live in a rainy place, you know, it's perfect for you. So
Okay.
yeah. But black owned company, obviously. I really love their shit. I wanted to buy a couple hoodies today, so I was like, yes.
Yeah, if you want to send us one,
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone
Yeah.
watches.
Yeah,
I
I'll send
would
this to
love
you.
because
Yeah.
they had the kente cloth in that motherfucker, and I was
Yeah,
like, oh, that's dope.
yeah.
I'll definitely take
I
one.
was the one
of
with
those.
the little the Africa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Pan African flag.
Pan-African flag. Yeah. So
Wee-hoo. All right. Well,
cool.
This has been great.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me, man. I want to come on
you're
again.
Always welcome.
Yeah.
You're the only person who comes.
Okay.
So
Cool. Well,
this is
glad to
great.
be on.
Maybe next time we'll get a mic for Gabby.
Yeah.
Should Gabby be on, or should she just be the voice of God in the corner?
I think she should be on.
I don't know. I don't want to break the camera.
Like Gabby, so mean to Gabby.
She doesn't need
I
that.
hardly see. Just
Bro,
my second
see,
time.
this is my thing. Everybody needs their self-esteem. Gabby is full of self-esteem. Gabby grew up with the father, right? Gabby grew up with the father. She's good. She's good.
Yeah.
She's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at it. She has a degree in mechanical engineering. She's
Yeah.
good.
Fuck yeah, she does.
Every once in a while, you gotta come for the knees.
You know what?
You know what I mean? You just gotta
I'll let you be. You know,
You just gotta
I'll let you
cut him
do
at the
your thing.
knees, just to let her know that the world's still a
You
tough
just
place.
check her.
Got to chin check a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while, Gabby
don't.
walk around this house like she be like, do my dishes, bitch. Like she really be walking around like she's the nigga of the house.
I would really love to see
So
that.
like,
I would really love to see that.
Every once in a while, you got to make sure you just at the knees.
I got you. You know, I have
Alright.
a hard time believing it, man.
You
I
don't
gotta be
know
the fly
Gabby.
on the wall.
Gabby is a fucking tyrant.
I gotta be the fly on the wall.
Tyrannical. And you know the worst part is she don't turn off lights. She think this shit is free. No.
Let's go.
She do turn off
All
lights.
right, I'll be
no,
Jerry Springer.
There's a
All
ghost
right.
in this house. But yeah, man, thanks for coming on, and maybe next time we'll get Gabby on. And thank you guys for listening.
Yeah.